But you know what? Keisha Cole got the bops to me. I know a lot of people are like, I don't
Yes.
know. Keisha Cole done got me through some breakups. What's up, everybody? It's Lee and
Jordy.
we're back again with another episode. This is episode 9, the official episode 9. So I think we were calling last time's episode 9. But you know, this COVID got our brains all mixed up and scrambled. So welcome to the official episode 9. Okay. So Jordan, how you feeling, girl?
Feeling good. Feeling great. Actually, no, I'm lying. I am in the midst of moving and my life is so chaotic right now.
Yeah.
With the launch, the move, a friend
Moving
in the town, all at the same time.
all at the same time. But you know, that's what we do. We just do this.
We do, and we do it.
Yeah. So we do want to inform you guys this will be our last episode apart. I know y'all been missing us sitting side by side instead of our little, and Jordan's lighting is way better than mine. I don't know what's going on over here in the black hole, but making it work. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started with what's the word?
What's the word?
Anyway, so on a serious note, but we are going to break this down and kind of discuss it to the best of our abilities. We're not mental professionals, but we did kind of want to talk about what's going on with Kanye West and his mental health / bipolar disorder. Jordan, your thoughts?
Oh gosh, it kind of just, well, we all knew Kanye had like mental health issues,
right?
Ever since his mom died. I feel like he was probably like more on the right, like even street, I guess. And now it's kind of just like full blown bipolar disorder, and it's sad to see, honestly. I mean, you don't ever want to see somebody act in such a way, and I think the fact that is he can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
Like in his mind, he can't help it. Like he can get help, but to him, he doesn't need help.
Right.
I think that's the hitting point.
You know, so a close friend of mine has a bipolar disorder, but this person does very well with like taking their medicine. I haven't seen this person have any kind of like break or anything in quite a long time. And after the person revealed that they had bipolar disorder, a lot of things started making sense.
Gotcha.
You know? And so now it's kind of like I kind of forget about it until it came up, and I was like, oh yeah, I know somebody with bipolar disorder. So just like you said, the biggest thing is for him to realize like, hey, something is wrong with me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know he probably has all kind of things going on. Again, I don't want to get like too deep into it because I don't have any kind of, you know, psych degrees or anything like that. Baby, I got a D in psychology and I just kept on pushing.
Baby.
I was like, I don't have to take it. Was not something I was interested in.
Yeah. But I think that's the thing. It's like, you know, if you know something's wrong, get help to fix it. You know, if you had an issue with your heart, you would take your medicine.
Exactly.
And I know that's like, you know, sometimes we feel like, oh, I can do this on my own. No, and that's okay. You can't always do it on your own.
And to piggyback off what you said, you know, if you had something wrong with your heart, like sometimes the biggest thing is people be in denial. I don't know how you felt when you first got your diagnosis with MS, but when I first got my diagnosis with diabetes, I was just kind of like, girl, I ain't no diabetic. I was out here eating cookies, chips, juice, not taking my medicine, you know, until it really started to affect my body and I was really starting to feel even more sick. So I think like, you know, the difference with mental illness and maybe like something that really affects your body. I know like with diabetes, if I don't take my medicine, I have to use the bathroom all the time. I'm like super tired. My mouth is like super dry. So it's like, okay, I need to hear up and do. But with Kanye, it's like, he's just, you know, he's getting to still like, you know, talk and like do regular things. It's just, I don't think he really kind of knows what's going on. So I mean, it's unfortunate. My heart really goes out to like Kim. I know people have been saying things like the Kardashians don't give a damn about Kanye West. I don't believe that to be true. But again, listen, I don't know. We just here to give y'all, our opinion.
Like the Kardashians, as in Kim, Courtney. I think Kim's a Libra. Okay, we care about people, and so I don't think that she
cares about people.
Huh?
I said she clearly cares about people with all the work that
I don't think that she would have 4 kids with somebody she really didn't care about. I think that her situation is sticky.
Yes.
Because they're in the public eye. 1, 2, because she's Kim Kardashian. 3, because their marriage has always been like a joke to people.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine what type of strength it would take to be in a situation like now.
Exactly.
Yeah, like as a spouse, because people fail to realize is like it's still their life. Like this isn't a joke. It's still their life. Like they're real people. So
exactly. And like before we move on, I know we're gonna kind of touch on some things, but like I'm that kind of like when I become a wife, I'm that kind of girlfriend. But like, Kim, I kudos to Kim for like because he been saying some crazy stuff and she has not been responding in terms of like, going below the belt or anything like that. She's like, hey, y'all know Kanye has mental, illness and we're doing the best to say. I'm like, now that come on, Rider wife. Like she's doing a great job. I must commend her. I'm not like the biggest fan of Kim Kardashian, but I'll definitely say like I feel like she's doing a good job right now responding as a wife.
I agree.
And to his kids. So awesome. Okay. So next, speaking of kids, wanted and unwanted, excuse me, we're going to talk about Tommy Lee and her daughter. So for those of you who are not familiar with Tommy Lee, she was on is it Love and Hip Hop ATL, right? That's what we know her from. That's what we were introduced to her from. And then she's been in and out of the tabloids, like being arrested, and she's kind of like a little crazy. But she's crazy. So we're going to talk about her telling her daughter, who I believe is like 16, 17, to work
young,
pretty young, to get an abortion. So, Jordan.
So a little backstory. Basically, Tommy told her daughter, who is underage. I don't know if she's like 9.
Yeah.
But she told her daughter to get an abortion. Tommy's sister was also pregnant. Unsure of the age. But Tommy's sister was pregnant. And basically, Tommy showed up for her sister, but told her daughter to get an abortion. Now, the daughter was very vocal on social media about like her mom not being there for her mom basically like disowning her, basically calling her a shit mom. And then Tommy's response was like, I did it. I was a teen mom. I didn't have support like that. I didn't, do well.
Clearly.
So yeah, she didn't do well. And so I understand to an extent of what Tommy's concerns were, but at the same time, that's your baby. And, sometimes children aren't going to do what exactly we would dream of them to do or expect of them to do. So as a parent, I felt like she should have been there regardless. I know my mom would have been super disappointed, but wouldn't have let me just like be out here by myself.
Exactly. I agree too. I think that because when we talk about the comparison between the sister and like the daughter, and I understand too, and I think it was more so of like you said, as a parent, you want your kids to be better than you. You want you want your kids to do better than what you did. And so I think when it came to her sister, she kind of like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, my sister is underage, but that's my sister. You, on the other hand, are my child. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you though. At the end of the day, like I know my mom, there's like parents give us unconditional love. I know my mom and my dad have shown me unconditional love. So it's like I haven't had no big, huge mess ups, but I'm sure that, if I were to get pregnant really young, or whatever the case may be, that my parents would have supported me. But then again, like you can't tell people what to do with their kids. So she felt.
And I mean, like I said, I don't agree with how it's being handled. I think that even if she was pregnant, teenage years are such like imperative years for parents to be around. And her lack of presence could have been one of the reasons why she's pregnant in the first place. But then again, kids gonna be kids. They gonna do what they want to do. They gonna do what their friends do. They
Definitely gonna be having sex
on TV and be influenced by these celebrities. So, I'm not gonna blame it all on Tommy, because her daughter does have her own mind. She's grown enough to know right from wrong.
right.
But yeah, I just feel like there should have been a little bit more compassion from Tommy for sure.
I definitely agree. But at the end of the day, man, I just, I don't know what I would do if my kid was like 16. It was like, I'm pregnant. I'd be like,
What?
girl.
Right.
But and again, I think like babies are blessings no matter how they come. But being a parent is a lot, and I think that a lot of times people feel. I will never forget, my cousin was pregnant at like 15, 16, had to be 16, because I think she had just had her quinceañera, and my daddy made me sleep in a room with her. The baby, like we got there, the baby's maybe like 2 weeks old, and my dad, I would always sleep in her room anyway, but my dad was like making it a point for me to sleep there. When I said that was the worst night to sleep in my whole like life.
Yeah, he wanted to know.
It was like knocked out. I'm like, girl, your baby is crying. I can't get up, do something. Get up. And I'm 16. And I'm just like,
yeah.
And I used to gotta go to Laredo. Like, I loved going to visit our family. But then
I said, I bet that was the best wake up call.
But my dad, I think he had a point.
Like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, I think my dad did that. I mean, I'm sure my dad did that on purpose.
Of course.
I even remember being in college, and like my college, the boyfriend I was dating in college, I remember him like walking us down the baby out, like, do you see this? We can't afford this shit. Like, Pampers, $50. This, like, no, we can't.
Right.
With this. So, I mean, it's what it is, honey.
It's like, we're not knocking young mothers. If you had a baby young, life happens.
Life happens for sure.
That's the time that you're gonna be a mom, and I'm sure most of the times it makes a person better. I've heard a lot of times it's the best thing that's ever happened. It slowed them down. They might have been out here. So there's different, there's always pros and cons to situations, and it's just a learning experience. I feel like that's just part of life, really.
Exactly. Okay. So moving on to our last What's the Word topic, we're going to talk about these. So we talked about it once before, but these versus battles that Swiss Beats and Timberland have been doing. Great idea. First of all, I'm a big fan of Timberland's music, like producing and all that other kind of things. But so Keisha Cole has been all in the shade room and on all of these little social blogs, basically saying that she wants to do a versus battle with Ashanti. Now, before I ask your opinion, Jordan, I don't know since when did the artists start deciding who they was going to be put up against? I thought that was Swiss Beats and Timberland's job, but I don't know. But what do you think about Keisha Cole and Ashanti? You feel like it's a fair battle? Do you feel like how are you feeling about this?
Okay. The way I feel. Okay, so the way that I feel about Ashanti and Keisha Cole, it's so hard to tell, because I feel like while Keisha Cole was like in the 2000s, it wasn't like the same genre as Ashanti. Does that make sense? Like, Ashanti was so Murder Inc. and Keisha Cole was just like steppy love songs. I don't know. It's just different to me.
But you know what? Keisha Cole got the bops to me. I know a lot of people are like, I don't know. Keisha Cole done got me through some breakups. Keisha Cole done got me like when I had me a new little boo. I love my baby, sent from heaven. Like, I could do a whole like playlist on Keisha Cole. Love, never knew what I was missing.
Yes.
Like,
I
hello.
agree. Keisha Cole got bops. Keisha Cole definitely has them jams. However, going against Ashanti, I don't know. I mean, they could do it. I'm not saying that it couldn't be done. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying genre to genre.
But does Ashanti even, I agree with you, but does Ashanti even have as many, to me, hits as Keisha? Like, and then people were like, all Ashanti has to do is play Foolish. But I'm like, whether you're a friend of Keisha Cole's or not, we all know the lyrics to Love. Do we not?
I feel like Ashanti does have bobs. At least I love
So.
Foolish, her album. Was it Foolish? I don't know if it was Foolish.
It is
It was titled. No, I'm talking about the whole album and
yeah, I think it is called Foolish.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
She got things on there.
She do got a couple of good songs, but my thing with Ashanti is like, and me as a music connoisseur, I want to be in my bed crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like music that touches the soul.
She doesn't.
Ashanti ain't giving me no kind of emotion.
No. Well, what is that song? Anger. Hard to try. I know how to live life. All this love that we made. Yeah.
Okay.
Anger.
What's the name of that song? I mean, but still, I had to really think about that.
And then, I mean, I guess you're right. I know her songs, but I can't think about it. Like, baby, 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 obviously. Oh, baby. That's not really.
I feel like Keisha could have did herself a little bit of, like, she could have went a little harder for herself. I feel like going up against Ashanti is kind of like you playing it a little safe, I feel. And like you said, I don't even feel like they're in the same genre of music. Keisha Cole, to me, somebody said Keisha Cole and K Michelle. Now that isn't even battle.
Because Ashanti is more like pop.
Ashanti versus
R&B, whereas like K Michelle, Jasmine Sullivan, Keisha Cole, that's R&B.
Jasmine will blow all of them out the water, so let's not go there. But when I think Ashanti, I'm thinking Cassie. I'm thinking.
I don't know if I would do so much. I would give her more credit than Cassie.
I mean, Cassie only had that one little song, but I'm saying like their little vibe is.
I liked it, but
I'm the same. I'm trying to think of somebody else that sings like little stuff like that, like giving me maybe like Maya vibes.
Maya could work, but she's a little older.
But I'm trying to think of somebody in that, and I think that's why Ashanti did so well, because
she was the only one in her. She had J-Lo, but she was J-Lo. So
J-Lo,
but she was J-Lo.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Those were her vocals.
These little I'm talking but I'm singing type songs.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, Murder Inc. was killing the game back then. So it was J-Lo and Ashanti because they were
like, that was my yes. I used to love Javo.
Funny baby, what you want me? What you have? Like, yeah.
Yes, I used to jam.
But you know who I want to see though?
Who?
I want to see somebody against Kelly Price.
Against Kelly?
Against Kelly.
Hey, you got to bring your singing shoes. If you're gonna sing up against Kelly Price. What can we put up against Kelly? Miss Price herself in the flesh.
I want to say like Mary J. or Toni Braxton.
Mary J. cannot sing like Kelly. Kelly is giving Kelly. If you listen to Kelly Price is giving me
Faith Evans.
Okay.
Faith Evans. Kelly Price.
Not Mary.
No, not Mary. But I mean, they were like the same era, kind of like ish.
It's so underrated.
Definitely Faith versus Kelly, I think, for sure.
I still feel like Kelly will sing her under a table. Maybe Kelly Price and Kiki Wyatt?
I don't know. Well, maybe, but
I love a good Kiki. I know she be screaming at us, but I love Kiki.
Do be screaming. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna think about.
Have you seen that video of her? Like
Oh.
kept doing that run like 50 times. I'm like, I was like, baby, girl, y'all know I love a good run.
Post the clip.
Yes, please post a clip of my girl Kiki. I love her. Listen, I know she be screaming at us, but y'all, vocal control. If you can, she did that run 20 times as a songstress. That's hard to do.
Oh, absolutely.
But anyway,
As a non-songstress.
you said as a non-songstress. Yes. But anyway, well, y'all put in the comments who y'all want to do versus. I know we said we're gonna move on. We gonna move on. But anyway, okay. So for our first segment number 1, we're gonna be talking about the womanly sacrifice. So I know Jordan's probably going to put it somewhere up on the screen, but I had a former church member of mine basically post that she was like, with everything going on with the coronavirus, she just had twins. She was like, at this point, I'm facing having to possibly leave my career to take care of my kids because when the coronavirus is going on and she doesn't necessarily feel safe sending her kids back to daycare, or in some cases, with the schools being closed, a lot of the time I know here in Houston, I don't know, our viewers are from all over, but here in Houston, they've decided, hey, like we're not going to open the schools at least until maybe mid-October. So what do you do? Like, what do you do? And so we want to kind of talk about when we started developing this segment, I'm like, as a woman, we always are willing to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Because she went on there and I know she's married. So I'm like, y'all didn't talk about maybe him leaving his career, but moving on. But so women sacrificing like their work, like how do you feel about that? And like,
So I feel like one, that's a really hard rock between a hard place.
Right.
But I just know if it was me, I'm a very nurturing spirit. And I know sometimes, not to say dads are not, like dads can definitely be nurturers, but I feel like moms kind of just pay attention just a little bit more. I know my mom was my first teacher. She made sure that we had read all the books, we did all the assignments we need, we had tutors, we did everything. And it's not that my dad was not hands-on, but he was the breadwinner at that time. So it was just like, it came so natural for her to just, okay, guys, homework time, let's do this, let's do that, tutoring time, let's do this, let's do that, sit down and do our homework. Like, I think it's unfortunate that her career is at the expense, though.
Yeah.
That's the downfall. Like, do I think she do a phenomenal job? Absolutely. But does it suck that her job is at the expense of it? Yes, it does.
Yeah. For me, like whenever I do become a wife, like I think my number one thing is to always make sure that my husband feels like a man.
Absolutely.
I think that's really important to any relationship. And so when we talk about like the womanly sacrifice, I love what I do. Y'all know me and Jordan work together. I love working with kids. I love talking to people. I love like building relationships and, connecting people into like finding their purpose in life. I love doing it. But if it came down to it, I definitely would make the sacrifice because again, like I want my husband to feel like, he's supporting our family as a lot of men want to do. And I want to make sure that he feels like a man at all times. So if I have to sacrifice my career, of course that would suck. Like Jordan said, it would suck so bad. But that's definitely something I'll be willing to do because again, also I truly believe like as the husband, they should be like the leader of the household.
I think so too. I think that there's just things that should be discussed. She's home all day with the kids, doing, I'm sure, not just homework, cooking, cleaning, make sure everything's running smoothly, and I feel like if they collectively made that decision for her to stay home, then he should make an active a point to like do stuff for her.
Exactly.
Like weekends, alleviate her. Let her
Yeah.
go out and go get a mani pedi. Let her buy a good meal and take a nap. You know, stuff like that. Like, yeah, like things. My best friend, Anthony. I just name dropped you. He watches our shit. Um, I he would buy his wife Fashion Nova every time he got paid.
Come on,
Every
Anthony.
time he got paid. Because she works hard. She's a great mom. Brittany is a beautiful mom. And she's so dedicated to her family. And that was his like thank you. Like we can't go out all the time because our kids are young and they can't watch themselves. But here, I want you to feel good. I want you to look good. Even if you staying in the house, you run into the store, feel good, look good. So he would buy her Fashion Nova every time he got paid.
Even making sure that she feels womanly and things like that too. So yeah, I think that I think in that, like you said, like as women, we're like natural nurturers. And so it's kind of like, we want to like do it, we want to, I'll bite the bullet. I'm stay at home with the kids or whatever. And I've always said, I don't want to be a stay at home mom. God, Lord, I don't want to stay at home. I don't want to be the stay at home mom, but I would definitely do it if I had to. And then, like you said, basically, discussing that as a family. But I was just like, dang, like that is something that people have to think about,
Yeah.
as parents in school. So, moving on in terms of sacrificing as women, we also want to talk about just childbirth. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, things that's been going on in the tabloids as we're talking about Black Lives Matter. We're also talking about African American women in terms of childbirth and the alarming rate of African American women that are dying in hospitals post labor or post giving birth to their kids, where not only are the mothers dying, but sometimes the mother and baby are dying. And so we also want to talk about that too, like just basically as a woman, like how we sacrifice our bodies to have kids. It's like women, we're the only people that can have kids.
From our mental to our
yes,
our entire body.
Our whole body. Like it's a whole human being body.
Process.
Whole body in your body.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that, Jordan?
One, I think it's really unfortunate. I saw something on Twitter or Instagram, one of those places, but this girl, she was in the medical field and she basically said, like, it's true. Doctors don't believe Black people when they say they're in pain. They think that we have like this crazy high pain tolerance.
It's because it was,
huh?
I said it's because we endured slavery. They feel like we unbreakable.
What the hell? So I think it's really like, it's so crazy important to get a doctor that you feel comfortable with, whether, I prefer a person of color, honestly. My doctor is Asian.
Got the same doctor, girl.
Yes. But it's so important. Like, it is so crazy important to understand, to know that your doctor feels you. If you need to get a doula to help the process run smoother, if you need somebody to be by your side to really advocate for your pain, do what you need to do, because they don't listen.
Blood clots. Blood clots. I mean, it's really scary. And just like Jordan touched on, it's not only your physical body, because I know a lot of friends of mine, or one of my friends, and when I'll give it to Jordan so we can post her Instagram here, but she talks about like how her body is not, she ain't got snap back. Okay. She almost a year out and she's still trying to get her stomach back together. And that's also, that works on your mental. You know what I'm saying? Like you're still, let's say you're married or whatever the case may be, like wanting to feel sexy again for your husband or your boyfriend or your fiance, whomever the case may be, like wanting to, get back into that mental space. And then you have this whole child that's dependent on you for everything.
Yep.
you know, and it's just like, again, it's a womanly sacrifice. Not to say that the fathers don't do anything, because I know tons of great dads out there, and I know a lot of men that will be great dads, but as a woman, it's like, you've had this attachment to this thing that's lit. And I'm not a parent, y'all, but I'm just thinking, like, you have this attachment to this thing that's living inside of you for 9 to 10 months. And I mean, it's just truly amazing to me.
It is amazing. And I think that we give women credit, but I don't think it's enough.
You know.
I don't think that there's enough credit that goes into women walking this earth. Are all women perfect? No.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the mothers, the teachers, the wives, I mean, give us some credit. We do a freaking lot. Even
Yeah.
the independent women, us as independent women, we also endure a lot,
Mm-hmm.
through our daily lives. And that's people in general, but women, we got it hard. We
And
do.
I was raised by a single mother.
Same.
Ain't nothing like a single black mama, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's not something that you want.
Mhm.
I don't want to be a single mom. But I mean, I watched my mom do so much by herself and never skipped a beat.
Never.
Never skipped a beat. So yeah, shout out to the mamas. I mean, I can't wait to have a kid, y'all. When I get pregnant, it's on and popping, okay? I just y'all know I'm gonna be extra and still wearing heels. Okay. But and then lastly, when we talk about our womanly sacrifice, we're talking about sacrificing like your loss. I mean, I'm sorry, like your life and losing yourself. We kind of touched on a little bit about like maybe not feeling sexy, but maybe just feeling like Jordan touched on what we were discussing earlier, just feeling like you just a mama now. Like,
And that's not it. You shouldn't feel like that.
mm-hmm.
No woman should feel like, well, I'm just a mom. You're not just a mom.
Right.
Still Courtney. You just Courtney with kids.
Hey, Courtney.
Like,
Courtney too.
I just threw a name out there. But hey, Courtney. Yeah, but you're not just a mom.
Right.
You're a mom with dreams. You're a mom with aspirations. You're a mom that wants to see their children do well. You're a mom that still likes to party. You're a mom that likes to go out and dance on the town. You're still you're not just a mom, but that's one of your highest titles.
Oh man, I think being a mom is like, I just like think about it. Like, y'all know I ain't got no kids, but my godson, like just the way that like he gets so, I mean, even when he gets excited to see me, I just like, this is just a glimpse of what life is gonna be like. I go pick him up when I used to go pick him up from daycare. He'd be like, Tay, and I'm like, oh, me? And you have like the worst day in the world, and they just like make you feel so great inside. But I definitely agree. Like, I think a lot of times I know a lot of women, it's like they feel like, oh, I'm a mom, or you know, I got a kid, I got kids now. And I'm like, I mean, yes, but still make time for yourself. Don't lose yourself. Don't, put on those high waisted jeans and them bodysuits every now and again, girl. Like, encourage yourself to still get out there and follow your dreams and not lose focus. A sacrifice, yeah, but sometimes, when we sacrifice things, it's for a bigger reward.
Mm-hmm.
So all these things that we're doing in sacrifice, like still reward yourself,
Yeah.
with those outcomes. So
Me and Aaliyah are very we feel very strongly about spending time for yourself. We have a coworker who has a child, but we was like, girl, come on.
okay, find somebody. Hey, niece.
Yeah.
PT baby.
She knew.
Excellent mother. Excellent mother.
Excellent mother. But you have to have time for yourself. You will go crazy.
You will go crazy.
Yeah. So, I know it's hard for those who don't necessarily have the help, but oh, something in my throat. I got COVID, y'all. It's something in my throat. It's a little piece.
Oh my God. See, this is how we doing this social distancing. Okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure we brought those types of things up because again, especially for like our male followers, just for people to be aware of what we go through as women. Like, it's a lot. We got this, the cramps, the cycles, the this, the that. It's just a lot. So I think that we want to use our platform also to just talk about like being a woman and the things that we go through.
Yeah,
it'd be rough. We'll be right along. So we're a little late to the party because we filmed our last show and it was like boom, all this stuff started happening. We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but we did want to dabble into the entanglement. So segment 2 is called Entanglements. Okay, so we want to bring up unconventional relationships, the non-traditional relationship, and how we feel about it. And we also have some examples. So are you okay with the non-traditional relationship? Do you believe in monogamy, Jordan?
Yes. I am not okay with non-traditional relationships. I believe in monogamy 100%. Me and you.
You said that with all assurance in the world.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and I totally agree. I'm an extremely jealous person. I've said this several times before.
It's good that you can own that character.
But I own it. Y'all, I'm jealous. I want you to myself. And I feel like when I have you to myself, we'll leave that there. But anyway, so I'm not a fan of the non-traditional relationships. I'm really big on monogamy. I know things like get very complicated and like, things happen, but me, you, but that's all you need.
Literally. I'm it.
I'm
That's it.
the winner.
Chicken dinner.
Okay. So, I know we talked about like different things like polyamory, open marriages. We've already established we're not, into the whole open marriage thing, but like, do you maybe like see how people do that kind of stuff? Like, is there any inkling in your mind to be like, okay, I can kind of see, celebrities do it all the time. Monique is one of the ones who's really open about it. She's been married since like 2006, and her husband Sydney.
But I know I've heard about it.
Yeah, they're in an open marriage. I don't know how open it is. I don't know if they've been doing any openness of lately, but I know that she's spoken on it several times that she's in an open marriage.
I've heard about, open marriages. Who was the celebrity that said they got a hall pass?
Hall passes. Yeah, I can't remember who that was, but yeah.
That was, but not for me in my house.
Okay. I just feel like for me, when I really love a person, I don't want to be with anybody else. Like I've never had the desire, like while being in a relationship, to be with another person, because that goes back to what we talked about the last episode. Like when I'm all in, I'm like all in. I'm like,
yes,
the best thing ever. I remember like the last person I was dating, my friends would be like, "Girl, he's not even that great," but I'm like, to me, yes. Like, so I never like would have any kind of, especially to me, like when you're dating somebody, okay, when you're boyfriend girlfriend with somebody, okay, still, but when you are married, you're married at this point.
Yeah.
Like
I personally don't see the purpose. I feel like if you love me, if you're in love with me, then it should be me.
Yeah.
With me, Jack, Jill, and Jessica.
Oh, who is Jessica?
I don't know, because I don't need her in my relationship. So
agreed. Definitely agreed. I'm just, I'm jealous. Speaking of jealousy, this is a little, unconventional as well. It's not, open marriage, but how do you feel about threesomes in your relationship? Adding an extra little person in, every now and again. Spicy,
well, you know what I'm saying. Threesomes. So when I was younger, I was a little bit more open.
right.
Like 21, it's you always hear those things like, "Ooh, threesomes to satisfy your man."
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm almost 30, it's kind of like, okay, bitch, you missed the mark. Like,
it's time out for that.
yeah, I'm cool. I don't need that. Spice up my life in another way, like
Exactly.
fruit or something. I don't know, but
That's some fruit.
listen, I don't need another human in my.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We're spicing things up in the bedroom. We being a little bit more open with our followers now these days. I'm all about
Right.
spicing it up. I like a little bit of everything, but I can't get with the. I don't need another body.
I
I get
don't need another
jealous. And then in my head, I'm okay with a threesome. Like I talk to myself about it, like you'll be okay with that. And then I just have this vision of me like reaching over and getting like a pen or something and stabbing the woman, and then next thing you know, I'm on Fatal Attraction or Snapped. So it's gonna be a no for me, dog. I just, I'm real.
me, it's like a fear, you know, because I've heard stories where bitches had threesomes and the nigga started messing around with
Or they want it to happen more like I feel like when you do supposedly, and I don't know the rules, but I guess like when you do it, it's supposed to be like, oh, let's spice it up, but then you be want to have it all the time.
right.
That's,
No.
I'm not into opening that box. But like I said, I just feel like, you want another person in the bedroom, I can go get a wig or something. We can go change outfits. We can,
Right. What's wrong with
I'm into that too. But we're gonna find something else, not another person.
exactly?
Kudos to those who do, though. Sounds fun.
It does. I mean, hey, if that's what rocks your boat, you know what I mean? If you like it, I love it, but not for me
I don't judge at all.
at all. Like, if you want to do it, that's cool. Share your experience. If you're comfortable, share your experience in the comments.
In the bottom bar. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'm over it. I don't need it.
Okay. And then last part about entanglements is infidelity. You stand or no?
Oh, realistically, I'm gonna just be realistic.
Come on.
Probably would be that person. I'm gonna just give him another chance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fake it with myself. Like, I think he would have to do something extremely disrespectful.
Like a baby on you.
Like if he got somebody pregnant, we a done deal.
Rap.
Got like gave me an STD, done deal.
That's worse than a baby.
Right. Like if you doing some wild shit like that, we're done. We're done. But if it's just like, oh, I fucked up and had sex with this girl, I mean, I'd be upset, I guess. Or like if you, I don't know, just do some dumb stupid shit. Like, of course I'd be upset, but would I be like, oh, I'm gonna leave you alone? Probably not the first time. You do it again, we're done. Like, because at that point, you just being disrespectful. You don't give a fuck about my friend. So that's me. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm not, and I always tell my friends I hate cheating. I really do, but I always tell my friends like I'm not about to sit here and pretend like I'm gonna be that girl to be like, you cheated on me, it's just over. I think it just depends on the situation. I think it depends on a lot of things. And for me, like I said, I'm the kind of person where I'm like not overthink, but I overanalyze almost everything. So my thing will be, okay, well, why did you cheat? Like, do you really care about this person? Is that something like maybe we need to kind of discuss? Because even like my last relationship with Jordan is very familiar with, because Jordan was there for a lot of that. Last two too, but the one before the last one, it got to a point where I'm like, okay, something is going on here. Like, you're clearly not happy, and I'm not really that happy either. So like, let's discuss this. And I think that it becomes like a healthy conversation that needs to be had. Like, or do you feel like I've had friends that like their boyfriend cheating on them all the time with multiple women, and it's like, okay, at this point, maybe you have a problem.
Yeah.
That you need to seek
have
help.
a problem or don't give a fuck.
Yeah, or maybe you just don't give a fuck. But I in this particular case that I'm talking about, I really feel like he has an actual
like a
sex problem. Yeah. So I think it kind of depends. Like, I would, kind of that discussion. I'm the kind of person, like, things hurt my feelings. But I feel like, if you're able to like analyze something, like really get down to the bottom of it and like if it don't turn out in my necessarily turn out in my favor, then it's like, okay. I always say, like, and that's what I said, like, in that relationship prior to this last thing I had going on. But I was like, at the end of the day, like, I love you enough to let you go.
Yeah. You have
You
to
know?
love yourself enough.
Yeah. Well, I love myself too, but I love you enough to let you go and let you figure it out. And then if we come back, then we come back. If we don't, then great. I mean, life is not that, we don't ever know. So
I think I get what you're saying, but I really do think it's loving yourself enough to let them go. Yourself. Because you can love them, that's fine. But it's the self-love and you know, um recognizing that you're worth more than the disrespect.
right. But
So
again, it goes back to, again, I guess, the situation. You out here just, sticking everything in America, then
right.
yeah, like, it's a respect thing. But I'm thinking, if this is something like on a deeper level.
Like your situation is it is like I love you enough to let you go.
Yeah, with that relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
me, it was I love myself more because you're a fuck ass nigga.
And there was no cheating in the relationship that Jordan is talking about. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, just I understand. Like,
I don't know. But
yeah, we're not gonna dwell on them.
we
But
A1 here.
you said what?
Then we A1 sauce over here.
Uh-oh. Well, okay. Our final segment is meeting your match. So last time we told you we was going to give y'all an update on our dating, virtual dating. We did not forget. As y'all know, I was not on nobody's dating app. Nobody's. But my roommate did kind of like make a little bet with me that I could stay on a dating app for a week. And tomorrow makes a week. And I can't wait to hit delete. Okay. Jordan, before I go ahead and share my experience, how has your virtual dating or these dating apps been treating you?
Oh gosh, girl, I'm on my third. I I go through these moments where I'm kind of like, I want to talk to somebody, and not even like talk, but like just have a conversation with a man because like I love my girlfriends, I love y'all, but sometimes I want to have a conversation with a guy.
Yeah,
And so I downloaded what did I do? I downloaded Tinder,
the OG.
the OG. Not too successful, not gonna lie. Uh, Deleted that. Downloaded Hinge. It says they're the app to be deleted. Well, I deleted that because they're ugly. Um, just not to my liking. I wouldn't say ugly. I'm not gonna say they ugly. They find to somebody, but they not find to me. And now I'm on Bumble, which my preference is not so much available. I yeah, yeah. Do it. The sad part is, and I've said this before, and it's really unfortunate, but if I did like white men or like fairer skinned men, maybe different cultures of men, I might be married by now. I might.
Open up.
I just can't drop the black man. They're just so fine to me.
So far.
And I just
Looking like a good black man.
can't get with white men. Like, I think they're very attractive. I think some are very attractive, but I think it's beyond the physical for me when it comes to like dating another
Definitely.
race, especially in the climate that we're in right now. You can be Black Lives Matter, you can understand it, but it's just like being in it, with my person and just understanding me, all encompassing is important. And I don't know if I can get the same feeling with another person. I'm not shutting it out. If God says differently, well, hey. That's what it is.
I definitely agree. So y'all, I started with a Bumble that lasted 24 hours, maybe. I couldn't first of all, y'all know I think dating apps are creepy, but 24 hours maybe. Like Jordan said, nothing against our Caucasian counterparts, but
I love that.
not, I'm just not interested. And I think that's okay to say, you know? So then decided to get on Black, BLK, whatever. And it's been cool. I just think dating apps are creepy. And I'm the kind of person like I have to have like a deeper connection with you for me to like I find like a lot of men, not a lot of men attractive, but I find like you may find you attractive, but I have to like connect with you on a deeper level. And I just feel like people on these apps are not trying to connect.
Well, they don't respond. So
I have this guy that texts me good morning
don't
every
even
morning and then
respond.
says nothing for the rest of the day. So I don't know what he's getting at. But I mean, there's a few people that I've been like, conversing with regularly. They seem really cool. We could be friends or I don't know. I don't know what the future of this app holds.
Right.
But it's been cool. I don't back down from a bit. So my week on Black be ending tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
Now
I
the
did
question
it.
is, will you be getting numbers to continue the conversations or no?
I have gotten numbers.
Okay.
And again, it's been cool. I mean,
Okay.
I'm working on it.
Well,
I
that's
just
progress. I feel
it's
like
progress for me because y'all know how I am, and
here,
I feel like I stay in one place. So it is like different for me to like kind of like open myself up to like converse with all these different people. Oh, and another thing that I just irritates me is people who say inappropriate mannish things. Like one guy was like, "Your lips look so soft and juicy." You're
no,
not, you're not getting a response.
not off the rip, bruh. And that's the thing, fellas. If you're watching this, please don't say creepy stuff. That does not get you a response. It's not cute. We don't like it. That is the quickest way to get blocked.
Creepy.
As fuck. Please stop.
Hella, 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 hella creepy.
We
So
don't.
I'm barely interested in the first place. And that just sent it
I really.
down.
Yeah.
So we'll see, y'all. Mm,
Well,
um,
congratulations on your progress.
sis. Um, Moving on from these dating apps and things like that, we want to talk about getting out there and social distant dating. So I thought about that too. I'm like, somebody asked me on a date, where we going? And you can't go to Bella Noche's.
Where can you go?
Where do you go? So I'm like, okay, social distancing dating.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody asked you on a date on one of these apps or something, would you go?
I would.
Would you be wearing a mask and gloves?
I would. Maybe not gloves, but a mask for sure.
Okay.
Unless it's like, and I hate saying picnic because of the origin of that word, but a nice spread in a park.
Okay.
If we were to do something like that, where like
Parlay in the park.
oh, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Like that.
I
More
don't
to the
know.
dating though, like I would love to just sit and have a conversation just like this. I mean, I'm fine with that for right now, just because of the situation. But yeah, for sure, I would meet up with somebody for like I don't know.
I don't know.
I've done it before. Like, see, you're new into the game, so I get why you're acting like this. But I mean, I promise you, like your reasoning for thinking apps are weird is valid. I'm not taking that away. However, it's really no different than meeting somebody in the grocery store. You don't know them from a can of paint as well.
It takes a lot for me to want to hang out with you. That's the thing. So people be like, "Oh, let's hang out." I'm looking like,
Granted, I haven't done it in a long time because men often want to go for drinks. I'm not going to get drinks with you. Not for the first time I'm meeting you. I'm not going to
Your
meet you at night. I'm not doing that.
quick pause. Why do men not understand? I'm not coming to see you past 9 o'clock if I'm not interested. Okay. Or I'm just getting to know you. Like, no, it's 9 o'clock. That's it.
I've had a guy, um, he hit me up on Snapchat. I don't use my Snapchat often, but I posted a picture and he, the look in eyes.
Yeah, girl. Mm.
But it was like I hadn't spoken to him in literally months. And the first conversation, I posted a picture, first conversation, whoop, whoop, wop, how you doing? You should let me come over so we can quarantine together at 10 o'clock. I
A
haven't,
woman can let you know if she wants to take it there.
why would you say that?
Yeah, and that's the advice I'm gonna give to all of our male followers out there. A woman is gonna let you know if she wants to take it there with you. If she has not, if you drop the little thing and she's not, she don't want to take it there.
It
If she
doesn't.
take it there, she will let you know. She's gonna be inviting you over. She's gonna be.
Listen, we are very vocal. We're vocal about the things we want.
Hello, Summer Walker told y'all girls need love too. Okay, we will let you know, honey.
Will and not be like shy about it either.
Not be
I love
shy.
you and she could be here.
Yeah, you need to insert the B Simone skit for like our intro or outro when she was like
What?
when she was like, y'all men be trying to be too respectful. Why do you think I came over here with this V neck on?
Ah!
Like listen, we know what we be doing. Like, no, but if we're not giving you that energy, keep the energy.
It was
I'll let you know if we interested. Okay? It's not gonna be a secret.
exactly
So just
at all.
it's not.
No.
Okay. So I'm just dying laughing about you on this first date with this mask on. But
Ah!
so we wanted to bring it back to old school loving. So again, like, meet people like grooves or church or whatever the case may be. But we're old school loving now because it's like you having to meet people at the grocery store, you having to meet people at the park. I mean, like, where do you meet people if not these apps? Like, how are you meeting people face to face?
Well, I'm not. For starters, because I'm not going anywhere. But I think that it is things like that, like going to the places you like to go. If you
Right.
like to go to the park, you might luck up and meet somebody at Memorial Herman Park. You might meet somebody at Discovery Green. You just want to stroll on the beach. You might meet somebody just walking on the beach, relaxing. You just never know. And I think things like that are beautiful encounters. Um, I feel like it takes a lot for somebody to just walk up to somebody they don't know and be like, "Hey, you're beautiful. I would like to get to know you more."
Yeah.
Uh, which is what we like, by the way.
That's what we like. Man, and I be saying this all the time, like I'm like the kind of person, like, I think I'm a beautiful woman. I think I'm a great person. I think I'm gonna make somebody really, really happy, but I don't know if somebody's interested in me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know the little like hints. Like you gotta, and I told you on the last episode, I'm a Gemini, I'm very straightforward. You gotta come out and tell me, hey, I think you cute. I want to talk to you. Or like, like what's up? Like, I need to. I don't do well with the liking of the pictures. I'm thinking you just being nice. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I need you to literally be like, Jordan, I think you're beautiful and I like you. Because that'll hit
I may
me.
like you,
You said what?
or I think I may like you.
Right, something. Give me
To
something.
know you.
But don't like, and I won't say it's like super, like, obviously, if you're calling me, you're texting me, we're hanging out, I know you like me. I don't need you to tell me you like me because I know you like me. Especially like it determine like distinguishing the conversations we're having, that can, like, I don't need you to be so vocal in that regard. Like, okay, I can, read between the lines in that regard. But like, just say it.
Just say it.
Just
Just come out and say it. Like, I was telling this story once. I was in Grooves, and this guy came and he was just like, I just want to let you know you are so beautiful. And then he left, and I never saw the guy again. And I was like, that I appreciated that. Like, I really appreciated that. And I mean, I don't know if he was interested in talking to me, and maybe he just wanted to see what I was going to say after that. But just the whole experience in general was really nice because he felt it, he thought it, and he said it.
yeah. I have a friend who tells me I'm beautiful all the time.
Nothing negative came from that situation. Like, I went like, ugh. And that's another thing, women, we got to do better with, like not rejecting, but like letting people know that we're not interested. We need to do a better job. Don't be just being like, I would never talk to him. I'll just be like, oh no, thank you, I'm not interested. But I really like appreciate that. Like,
Yeah, that's literally all you have to say. Literally, that's it. I'm okay, thank you though.
we're not lying in 2020. I'm not lying to you, telling you I got a boyfriend. I'm just not interested.
Right.
That's
Be vocal.
no more lying in 2020, guys.
Never, none.
Okay, and then our last part of the segment is called Lovers and Friends. So, Jordan, can you be friends with an ex?
Can I stay friends with an ex?
You stay friend. Well, yeah, because I guess dating would be.
Okay, yeah. Can I be friends or
With an
stay?
ex, can you have dated someone and then still be friends with them?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Okay,
Yeah.
please.
So, I was just telling my therapist this actually like a couple weeks ago. Um, I am not friends with the men who I've loved.
Mm.
I I'm not friends with any man that has made a substantial mark in my life.
Mm.
And that's not to say like I don't like them or they're horrible people or I still love them or something like that. Um, Part of it is just circumstances. Like we kind of just stopped talking. Um, Other reasons is just like I just rather not. I'd rather focus on myself. One in particular, I definitely, we had a conversation. We both got closure, and we closed the door. So do I necessarily feel like I need to be friends with him? No. Do I miss him as my friend? Absolutely. Like that was my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for the men that I kind of just like date and, I've just like hung out with a couple times, whatever. That's fine. I have one ex. I wouldn't really call us friends. We follow each other on Snapchat still, but we're not really friends. I don't talk to him on the regular.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, I'm not friends with anybody I used to date, but recently I've been getting like back cool with my very first boyfriend, but I always wanted to be friends with him again because we were friends first. And we were like hella young when we was dating, like we didn't know what we was doing. And I feel like, I feel like I always, wanted him to like see, I always wanted him to like, like you really be wanting somebody to find somebody to love them.
Yeah.
Like that's the relationship that I just would be like, I just want you to find somebody that's gonna like take care of you, somebody's gonna love you, somebody's gonna like help you win, somebody's gonna make you feel like a man. Like I always wanted that for him. And I feel like, the other day I had reached out to him because the other day he had like posted, his something about his relationship, and I was like, this just really made my heart smile. Like this is all I've ever wanted from you, and I want us to be cool. Now other people that I dated in between them,
Yeah.
God bless. But, with this particular person, it's like the love was always there because, like, I'm like, I met you in high school. Like, we was cool. Like, we used to do all this kind of stuff. We dated, it didn't work out, but I want the best for you. Like, I'm so happy for you. I'm so, 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 so. If you're watching the show, I'm so happy for you. And like, I just want us to be cool, like chop it up every now and again. This person, mom, I like love, love, love. I love this person's mom. So that's always been the thing too, because like his mom will like say little things every now and again. I would be trying to like be, But I'm like, now you got the girlfriend, and we'd be cool. I can respond, and I don't feel bad about it, you know. But yeah. So I feel like it depends on the situation. I feel like he's probably the only ex that I ever would be friends with, just simply because like we were like kids, and like he was
Yeah.
like a friend, and I feel like we like really learned so much from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it was more like a learning experience and less of like a romantic. Like I feel like we loved each other from
Yeah.
what we would love to be at the time. But yeah, we cool, and I want him to flourish.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way about my ex. I mean, the one that I was in the longest relationship with, um, is he's the one I miss the most, I guess, because like I said, that was my dog. But I only want the best for this man. I mean, we've definitely had our moments. We've had our very, very bad moments. But that was
Not very, very bad.
7 years ago. At
Exactly.
like I'm not harboring those feelings. I miss the guy that, I could just be my authentic self with. I could talk about anything. And so, out of respect for his relationship and his marriage, I obviously don't talk to him. But would I want to be his friend? Hell yeah. Yes.
I think that's important too, what you said, like he's married and stuff like that. That's definitely something that like whenever we discuss, because he was like, like we gonna be cool, we gonna be friends, like, and I'm like, I definitely want you to make sure that your girlfriend is cool, because it's really nothing. It's like if she have any kind of inkling or problem with it at all, then I'm good on it,
Yeah.
because I definitely want to be respectful of what you got going on.
Yeah. Um, I'll just say, I mean, his wife is not a fan of me. Um, for reasons I won't talk about right now. But yeah, I mean, I have, in my younger years when they first got together, like I didn't give a fuck. Like I was like, that's my man. Like, well, that's my nigga. Like because we always had this thing, like I knew that I could have him. And it got to a point where we were kind of just over it. Like the relationship kind of just died.
Yeah,
And
you get into this comfortable spot and you feel like you should stay
yeah,
because you're there in this comfortable spot, but
yeah.
that's not a thing.
Not healthy. And so, at that point, it was kind of like, okay. And then things have transpired, when I think it kind of finally got shut off when I was like 25.
Mm-hmm.
You get to a point as a woman where it's like, I don't necessarily like you, but I respect you.
Right.
Respect you enough to honor your situation, your relationship. One, because I wouldn't want somebody to act like that to me and my man. Like I wouldn't want one of his exes acting like they still got it. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, like I genuinely want him to be happy. Genuinely. I want him to achieve every dream that he's ever had, and I want him to be in a happy, successful relationship. And so for me, it was kind of like, well, all right, bro, I'll bow out. Like, it's
Oh,
fine.
I'm gonna sing this song called Bow Out by Molly Music, and it's basically talking about that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like whoever you want me to be is out there somewhere. Ooh, that's a good song. I'm about to listen to that and cry tonight. Um, but no, like yeah, I totally agree, and I agree with the time thing too. Like with this ex, that we're just like, okay, we're gonna be cool. Like we stopped dating 4 5 years ago, so I mean, like the time has passed. The healing, I feel like has been everything is just great and gravy, and I agree too. Um, um but to your point about like like being, you just get over it or whatever, like that's something I always tell people about. Like I feel like in every relationship, and I haven't been in that many, I learned like something so valuable, and that's something that I learned in the relationship when I was like, we was gonna get married, we was looking at rings, all that other kind of stuff. um but we just wasn't happy. We was just
The
doing
most.
this. Yeah, we were just going through the motions. And I think I was just kind of like, well, girl, I'm about to get a ring. So
Right.
I'm gonna just stick around. But that's not, no. Like I want to wake up every day and be like overjoyed to see you and overjoyed to like be spending time with you and I want you to feel the same way. And
Right.
so like you're not feeling that way about me and I'm noticing it. So you need to,
Just cut it off.
yeah. So
But you know, if he was to be like, "Hey, we could be cool," I'd be cool with him.
oh, it's my, oh, okay. I'm like the person I was just talking about.
No,
We ain't gonna be good.
no. Your last two people.
Last two people.
Mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
no. But
Heart,
I, you
heart.
know, he was the door that I've like fully closed. So it would have to be like in the
Yes.
future. Yeah. Cause I feel like, there's sometimes, you do have, like you mentioned, you love his mom. I love my ex's mom. I love her. But,
You know, you're a good woman when the mama love you and she's still talking about you 4 years later.
the Christina Nash.
Christina died. Shout out to Christina.
Yeah. But yeah, so it sucked because I had to delete everybody.
Right.
So close to all of his family. I had
Right.
especially in Milwaukee. Like I wasn't close to them, but they befriended me on Facebook. I had all his family on Facebook, all his family on Instagram. And it just got to a point where it's like, I have to let y'all go.
Yeah.
I have to let him go. I have to close that door because
Breaking up with the family be harder than breaking up with the person.
the connection that I have with y'all came from him. So it's like I'm always just like a little bit connected. And I wanted to like fully break free from that.
And you don't want to ever, my thing was, I didn't ever want to be like that. I didn't ever want to do to the girl, like, because one of my friends is going through that where it's like the parents really like the last girlfriend and they'll like bring her up and stuff. Like, I never wanted that to happen to whoever he got with. Like, oh, well, Leah was like, what me and him had is over with. This is his new girlfriend. You should embrace her. You should love on her, because at the end of the day, the quick in my mind, I'm like, the quicker he move on and get with somebody else, maybe we can reconnect
Mm-hmm.
later down the road. But you're not supposed to be giving her a hard time and then think that we're gonna be cool. That's not gonna happen. So, you know, this dating shit, man.
It's the pits. It's the pits. Um, it's
Oh
a,
my god, I was making a joke. Huh?
I say often, like, it was so much easier to date when I was younger. Like,
Right. Younger.
it was just like, I don't know. I just felt like it was so much like guys talked more. They were more like, what's the word? Not aggressive, but like took the effort to like really try and talk to you, get your number, stuff like that.
I
Guys,
don't. Nobody wants to talk to me when I was growing up.
just weird. When I say younger, I mean like 20, not like
I
so.
was in a relationship from 18 to 21.
You said what?
I was in a relationship my whole college, pretty much, except my last year in college.
When
Was
yeah, in '08. Oh, Jesus. In 2008 to 2012. It's 2008 to 2010. I was in school. We were in school together. Um, so yeah, but 2012 and on,
free range, spring chicken.
spring chicken turning into a hen very, very, very shortly.
Oh my gosh. And I love being in a relationship. Like, I'm a relationship girl. Let me cook for you. Let me clean. Let me wash your clothes.
Yeah,
I
me
just love.
too. I mean, I loved, I love being a girlfriend. Um, Sometimes I'm like, damn, do I know how to be a girlfriend? I haven't been one in so long.
I'm
Like,
sure it's like riding a bike, Jordan.
or I don't know.
I'm
And
sure.
nobody's letting me find out.
I know. Where y'all at? Baby boy.
What?
Anyway, we're about to be talking about this forever. So we're going to go ahead and close, guys, like always. And we have some exciting news for you guys. But before we get into the news, let's do our affirmations. So I'll go ahead and go first, as I always go first, because I'm sure Jordan over there thinking over there. Um, so man, okay, this is gonna sound real taboo. I mean, not real taboo, but a little like cheesy. But my affirmation is gonna be manifestation, and also, but in alliance to prayer. So like, there's something that I really want to happen right now, and I keep thinking about it, and it's kind of like, like you never imagine yourself being in a certain type of situation, and then you find yourself in a certain type of situation, and you just be thinking like, wow, like how did this happen, or whatever the case may be. And so like for me, I had to like take a step back and be like, is this something that I really want? And I decided, yes, it is. So what I need to do is I need to manifest, and I need to pray that this aligns with what God wants for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you want something really, really, really bad, the Bible says that God will give you the desire of your heart. But of course, if it aligns with his purpose. And so like I feel really strongly about this. And at first I kept like trying to like talk myself into being like, oh well no, like, kind of let it go. But I'm like, no, like I really want this to happen, and I feel like I'm gonna manifest it to happen. I'm gonna speak it into happening. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna pray over it. And you know, what God has for me, God has for me. But I'm going to actively pursue for this to happen. And Jordan knows what I'm talking about. But I just really like, I was like talking about it with Jordan and my roommate, and I was like, this sounds crazy, but like,
Yes.
it sounds crazy, y'all. It sounds crazy. I wish I could tell y'all.
But as a supportive friend,
It
you know,
sounds crazy, but I mean, I just feel like I have like not a spiritual gift, but like I feel like I know things that I want to happen. I feel like that like God just gives you like this thing. I joke a lot and be like, God told me, and I say like things like that all the time. But like, I'm so serious about this, and Jordan knows how serious I am about it. So, yeah, Jordan, take it away.
I'm gonna piggyback on you.
Okay,
I'm gonna say,
what's going on?
I'm gonna say, speak what you seek until you see what you said.
Okay, put it on a shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. I know for me, just trying to manifest the husband, y'all. Trying to
What I
boy
see with
cat
you,
daddy.
brother.
Cause yes, it gets to a point where you're tired of being single, and I don't want to make any rash decisions because I already done that, and it didn't work out in my favor. So, I'm really gonna take the time to actually like work on myself, of course. But yeah, I think I'm ready. At first I thought I was ready.
Indiari.
And, huh?
I say you ready for love, like Indiari.
I thought I was ready, and then I was like, "Am I ready? Maybe, maybe God doesn't think I'm ready." And I think back then when I thought I was ready, I was absolutely not ready. But I think after, working on myself and, this short time of therapy and, just trying to better me as a woman and just focusing on me, I think now I'm ready to focus on another human. And so I'm
That's
speaking.
good right there, girl. That's the word.
Yeah, I'm really like, I know, like you said, God knows the desires of your heart. And while I'm on social media, I mean, the little apps, do I think I'm gonna find my husband? Meh, who knows? I'm not really taking that seriously. But yeah, I think for a long time I was very closed off about dating and love. And now I'm just like more open to it, which is a good start. But yeah, speak what you seek until you see what you said. I'm speaking my husband until I see him when I wake up.
Baby. And that's a word.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it
That's
doesn't have to be about men, ladies. It can be about whatever. But for me and
I
mine.
been too, Jordan. So I'm what she said over there in this square. Like you giving me life this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Giving me life this evening that we're gonna manifest these husbands. Okay.
Yes.
So guys, enough about our love life or lack thereof. Um, we want to update you guys on our When Life Gives You Curves the Shop. I'm so excited. Speaking of manifesting, y'all, this was just an idea in Jordan and I's head about being plus size women in America and the struggles we go through about walking and trying not to eat a cookie every 5 seconds and things like that. And they here we
Yes.
smaller, snatched her, you know, living life, moving into nicer apartments. Like, God has really been good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so merch update, everything will be available on August the 1st, guys. August the 1st. Now, this little storm that's in the Gulf is trying to kill our shine for our so I would hope that we don't have to delay anything. We should be okay. But August 1st, everything will be dropping. Ladies, I'm so excited for you guys to see the stuff that Jordan and I have come up with. First of all, let me just give Jordan, baby, Jordan been working. She been working. I'm about to cook you a full meal. She been working, y'all.
Yes.
Um,
And you put me on like what?
yeah, I'm gonna cook you. I'm gonna cook you,
Yes.
honey.
Yes.
Yeah, you know I do that. I can cook you something. Text me what you want.
Yeah.
But we have the pins, we have the coffee mugs, we have the t-shirts.
Shout out
Shout
to my aunt, man.
out to Trina.
Yes. Shout out to my aunt because sis is really just like, first of all, she's
Throwing the seeds.
us on game for the type of stuff that we need because we want to make sure that y'all stuff is durable.
Right.
Not no run of the mill type of stuff. Like your stuff will be durable. We want it to last. So she's definitely been like a pillar in this whole thing. Making
She's
sure.
like our silent partner.
Yeah. So shout out to her. Really happy that she's gonna be able to really express her creative side and do some low key in the back stuff. Making the shirts. And then I mean, shout out to Aaliyah. Wow, she giving me shout outs. Shout out to her because her brain be on fire with the creativity, okay? The sayings, listen, sis got it. So shout outs to her. I think
probably might agree. No, just like I use might agree every day. But yeah, thank you. Y'all, I mean the partnership, God based, like, and that's again like manifesting again, like a manifestation, but aligned with God. Like I literally had this vision and I'm like, Jordan be perfect. And like I said in the last couple of podcasts, like I didn't even know how much I really needed Jordan. Not that like I wanted Jordan for Jordan, but I didn't realize like, bitch, you don't know how to do none of this stuff. Like what you thought you how you thought you was gonna be doing a podcast? Like, And so when stuff started coming out and she's like, well, we need a thumbnail and I'm like, so God, you shout out to you, Jesus.
we work well. I think we work wonderfully as a team. We both focus on our strengths and build up our weaknesses. And
Yeah.
that is the beauty of it. Like where I'm weak, she is strong, literally. Like
We literally work differently. Jordan is like a list person and I'm like a
yeah, and I'm like, because I'm gonna forget. I can't do that.
I
So
have the memory of an elephant.
yeah, so I think it's gonna be an awesome launch. And girl, I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I can't wait to see y'all like tagging us in y'all shirts and drinking y'all coffee, like
Yeah.
or
Just
tea.
wait till the fall line. This is only the summer line.
The line is about to be.
Fall shit drops. It's gonna be so fire, you guys.
I'm excited. Fall line will be bringing more than just t-shirts. We'll be bringing out some actual pieces. And who would have thought? And right now we're calling it a t-shirt line because I'm not gonna lie, I be getting on people when they be like, I got a clothing line, I already sell this t-shirt. So right now it's just t-shirts.
Right.
But we will be bringing out some pieces and some bags and some other things. So
yeah, it's gonna be lit, y'all. Make sure you support. Please support.
Please support us.
Tell your friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend, tell a friend. Even if you ain't got no curves, put on the shirt. Okay, we gonna make some men shirts eventually.
Oh, what were you saying?
I said eventually we're gonna have some shirts for our men followers.
Yeah,
Yeah, to wear.
absolutely. You know, the thing is that it's no surprise that we are an exclusive brand dedicated to plus size women because we are plus size women and we know our own struggle. However, we are inclusive to people, and I think that's the misconception about our brand a little bit.
Yes.
Is that people of the smaller spectrum don't think that they can like hang. Y'all can hang, but just know.
Look, now you know how it feels. No, just
Like you can hang, but you know it's just very important to us to be
yes,
exclusive for plus size women.
exactly. But our shirts come in small through 4XL. So I think 5XL, 4XL?
4XL.
4XL, but it's unisex. The shirts do kind of like, have a lot of space. The shirts have a lot of space in them. So yeah, like Jordan said, like our platform is to uplift women with curves, full figure women, fat women, plus size women, whatever you want to call yourself. But at the end of the day, we're women,
Yep.
first. And so we want to make sure that every woman feels beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to, throw in your life when life gives you curves shirt and you straight up and down, baby, wear the shirts, okay? Y'all know, like I said, wear it. And we appreciate all of your support and all of your love. Make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel, When Life Gives You Curves. Make sure you follow our Instagram page, When Life Gives You Curves _ Make sure if you have any questions, you want to email us, you can email us at gives you curves
Yeah.
at gmail. Again, you can follow me at the Songstress on Instagram.
You can follow me at Love Always Judge on Instagram. Also, quick thing, make sure to sign up for our shop notifications for our official launch, and then help us get to 100 subbies.
Please.
Almost there. So that would help a great deal.
Yeah.
And
Repost.
That'd be dope too.
Watch the whole video.
Yes. Yes. You know, I'm not even gonna get on my soapbox right now because we gonna be talking forever, but we'll talk about it later.
We really appreciate you guys. Honestly, all the feedback, all the love that I've been receiving from people, critiques, comments, I appreciate it. I really do. And I know Jordan appreciates it as well. We're trying to work hard and give you guys some content. We will be giving you guys weekly content coming soon. We have a lot of collaborations. We've been asked to do a lot of collaborations with different people that we're super excited about. And I mean, this brand is just really growing. And I'll shed a tear, y'all. Y'all know I'm emotional. But I'm just so excited to be a part. And yeah, I'm really, y'all really know I'm a crier. So let me just stop. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys on the next one. And we'll be going to be closing out. Our next time we'll be closing out. So we'll be going into season 2.
Yep.
So
season 2, second week of August.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And